been looking for a house with no walls or no whispers, no hiding places, no secret sister. Been looking for a house that won't shelter a lie, no tear-stained past or reason to cry. I wanna live in a house.
Welcome to EWE, Empowering Women Everywhere. I am your host, Nan Gill, and today our guest is Susan Glusica. She is the co-leader of the Women's Prosperity Network in Westchester County, and she's also a director of the Opus
Private Client Group.
Private Client Group. So welcome.
Thank you.
So you are one of the co-leaders of the Women's Prosperity Network in Westchester. Can you tell us a little bit about the group?
Sure. It's my pleasure. Women's Prosperity Network was founded by three sisters in 2008. And since then has proudly served over 10,000 people worldwide through online and offline programs. And the three sisters are Nancy Matthews, who is their visionary, Trish Carr, who is their results revolutionary,
Okay.
and Susan Winner, who is their luminary.
What's a luminary?
We'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
So the whole concept of the network was basically founded on three reasons. The first was Nancy Matthews, coming from a corporate arena into entrepreneurship, felt like a fish out of water. She was experiencing very cold networking environments. She would enter a room and nobody would make her feel welcome or open up their clique to welcome her. So she really wanted to create a warm, welcoming environment in the network that she envisioned. And incidentally, initially, she did start it with two other partners and it failed miserably. And then she went to her sisters and said, we have to do this. And they rallied and created it. The second idea was to create a community. Women innately want to share, collaborate, and be there for one another. So that was another reason for the existence of the network. And another tenet of the vision was that, especially for business owners, lifetime continual learning is a must. It's vital.
Yes.
To stay ahead of the curve, to keep your positive and resilient mindset, etc. So that's really the why behind how Women's Prosperity Network came into being.
Okay. Now, are there men involved in this network, or is it just for women?
Yes, we get that question often because of the title of the network. And of course, to keep women in a bubble would not serve that community, correct? So all of our programming, except for one critical element, serves men as well. And typically, we will have about 20% of men at all of our events.
Okay. All right. And how did you get involved?
So I and my business partner, Kim Millman, decided that we wanted to really expand our presence in the women's market. So it was either create a women's market network ourselves or find one that was aligned with our purpose and calling.
Right.
So having that discussion, actually, if you know anything about the law of attraction and abundance, connected us through my LinkedIn network with the Long Island chapter leader, who's Andrea Feinberg. And so we had a conversation with Andrea and we expressed our desire for this type of engagement for women and with women. And she said, well, join my chapter so you can learn more about the network, which we did.
Right.
And that was in May of this year.
Okay.
And immediately we decided to launch the chapter in Westchester to bring this unique networking environment to the women in Westchester. And we have plans, once we are successful in Westchester, to open one here in Orange County.
You joined the chapter in Long Island and then very quickly decided that you were going to open your own chapter up in Westchester. What was the advantage of having a chapter up in Westchester?
So the advantage is because our main office is located in Westchester, to have a White Plains activity hub for all of our Westchester events. to attract that local market of women
Right.
and to better serve them.
And what kind of events do you have?
We have happiness hours, and
Okay.
where it's for men and women.
Okay.
We have masterminding events. That's for women only, because the idea is to create a safe space for women to feel comfortable, to share their challenges, to celebrate their successes, to be the one for each other
Right.
in a very narrow and deep context, if you will.
Right.
So as one example, one of the former attendees to, like a first-time attendee to the not the Westchester chapter, but another chapter's mastermind said, you know, I've met these 5 women at my table before at other networking events, but after today, I walk out with 5 friends.
Oh, wow.
That's how deep those masterminds go.
Okay.
We have twice a year, we have what's called a Level Up conference. So that's the ability to marinate in your vision and get a helicopter view of your plan for your business and execute on that plan. So it's your ability to work on your business rather than in your business. And some of our members say that that's the most valuable part of their membership, is that Level Up conference.
Right.
We have an annual conference that this year is in Orlando in early October, and next year will be coming around again, probably also in Florida, and that is hundreds of people, both men and women go, and that's the ability to connect, to really expand on your business, your plan, walk away with blueprints, and be able to really step up, whether you're launching a business, whether you're in growth mode,
Right.
whether you're seeking to get to the next level in your personal or professional or business life. It runs the whole gamut. We also have a free teleclass. So whether you're a member or not, you can experience growth and what we call a shot in the arm in the midweek. So instead of hump day, it's become Wow Wednesdays.
Okay, I like that better.
Me too. And you can join. It's a 30-minute teleclass every Wednesday at 9 o'clock. And it's free for anybody to participate in.
Now, if somebody wanted to find out more about maybe the free class or something like that, what is your website?
It's www.womensprosperitynetwork.com.
Okay, and that's apostrophe S?
Nope, just women's
Okay.
without the apostrophe.
All right. And then on that, would they have to go to, say, the Westchester office, or they?
They can find events, they can find chapters, they can find out more about the founders, who they are, what they are about, what they
Right.
do, what their unique abilities are. There's for members, there's the member directory. Yeah, so.
Okay. And what have you found for yourself that this has really been beneficial for you in your business?
Yes, so as a corporate career changer 5 years ago, having had a crisis of legacy and speaking to my own advisors, one of whom was my financial advisor, who said, oh, I know exactly what you'd be good doing. And I said, do tell. And he said, what we do. So I launched into this, and it's kind of the way a law practice works. I have my own practice within a firm.
Right.
So I work very closely with my business partner and former mentor and continued mentor, Kim Millman, as I mentioned. And also the difference between entrepreneurship, which I consider myself, and corporate career is when you're in a corporate environment, you can step outside of your cube or your office anytime and have access to people.
Right.
People to run an idea against, people to celebrate your successes, or just share in whatever's going on at the time.
Depends where you're working.
Depends where you're working, but that's been my experience.
Okay.
So when you're in entrepreneurship or solopreneurship or a mompreneur or anything like that, or even leading a small team in a business, you don't typically have access to those people.
Right.
So the beauty of this network for those of us who need it is that we can pick up the phone, write an email, a text, and we have instant whatever we need. We have support on Facebook in public and private groups. We
Okay.
have regular leader calls once a week. The three sisters train us leaders in how to lead our chapters, so we get support that way. And we also, can reach out to the environment in general. And if we want to survey because we want to do something specific to the women's market or a subset of the women's market, people will help us with that. We write books together. It's a collaborative fabric.
Right. Okay. All right. So, and you said something about there being a 501c3, Sisters Who Serve.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. So it's very important for women especially to give back. And so the sisters created a 501c called Sisters Who Serve so that for women in military or women in military families, so that they can get the education, the support, the mentorship and coaching for multiple areas, whether it's economic or spiritual or physical or even familial. They have the ability to have access to those resources. And so, for example, at the unconference, you have the option, if you purchase your ticket, you can buy one, vet one, and provide a ticket for potentially a military woman who maybe can't purchase the ticket herself.
How many people would you say come to these conferences? Like
Hundreds. Hundreds.
Really?
Yep.
And they're all from the local area? Or?
No, they come from everywhere. Jamaica. We're opening up a chapter in the UK. It's entirely global.
Okay. Who's opening the chapter in the UK?
I don't know the name of that leader right now.
Yeah.
But that's
all,
coming.
Yeah.
That's like really on the cusp of being open.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, and then in your other work that you're doing, what other work are you involved in besides the networking?
So professionally,
Okay.
Kim and I educate, inspire, and organize women and business owners to achieve financial abundance, harmony, and confidence.
Okay. And
So-
you do that with your Opus group? Is that?
Yes, with Opus Private Client Group out of White Plains. I reside here locally in Orange County, so we're multi-countied, multi-state actually.
Right.
And so we work with people essentially to exponentially grow their wealth and help them provide a legacy at the same time.
Right. And you found that this network, this Women's Prosperity Network, actually aided you in formulating your business plan and what you were going to do and where you were going to go?
So it's part of the plan, and it's in the plan, it's part of how we give back to the community. Because we all know that when you give back, you get back tenfold, but we're not in it for the get back. We're in it really, part of the Women's Prosperity Network idea, core values, is to be a go-giver, to have a go-giver attitude. So that's part of our go-giver attitude. We want to be there as people have been there for us, as we've had, coaches and mentors and environments that supported our own entrepreneurial growth and trajectory. We want to provide the same thing within Women's Prosperity Network in Westchester.
Right, right. So if anyone wants to find out more about Women's Prosperity Network, they can go onto the website. It's national, soon to be international. And they're having an event down in Orlando soon, and then I guess we have events up here in New York as well, right?
Yes. So we have events coming up in New York City. There's a free training of how to turn your mouth into money by one of the founders, Nancy Matthews, and that's on October 14th in New York City. And we have a, as I said, the Wow Wednesday teleclass. That's free for anybody to attend.
And how would somebody sign up for that if they want?
They can easily go onto the website and find under events a list of events, or if they want to look at the ones through the Westchester chapter, they can find a chapter and go to Westchester.
Okay, so you would normally, if you were in this area, you would Westchester's the closest.
Is the closest one to the Hudson Valley, yes.
Okay.
There are others. There are in Long Island. There are two, one established, one very soon launched. And in Manhattan, we have a chapter as well.
Now, if somebody wanted to, say, go to the one in Manhattan,
Yep, it's listed on the website.
and you could do that, even
Yep.
if you're a member of someone else.
Correct.
Okay. Now, if you're a member in the Westchester chapter, can you go to the